something on the ground, a piece of old snake skin. He picked it up, examined it in his hand, but found nothing of value. Disappointed, he tossed it aside and continued on his way, unaware of the silent danger lurking nearby. A massive python was slithering closer in the shadows. After a long walk, the boy finally discovered a small pile of fruit and eagerly sat down to eat. But before he could finish even one, a sneaky jungle cat darted in and snatched it away. Frustrated, the boy chased after the thief, heading deeper into the forest. As he moved through the thick brush, a strange sound stopped him in his tracks. He looked around cautiously, and then, there it was, a giant python, slowly emerging, its eyes glowing with a mysterious power. The boy couldn't look away. He was drawn in, mesmerized. In the snake's hypnotic gaze, flashes of memory flooded back. He saw his father, taking him to a cave for safety, urging him to face a fierce tiger. But tragedy struck. His father was killed. The tiger, wounded by fire, fled into the wild. The boy, left behind, was found by a black panther. The panther, determined to protect him, led him to a distant tribe. There, the boy was entrusted to the powerful Wolf King, who gave him a name, Mao Mao. From that day forward, Mao Mao grew up among wolves, adopting their ways, their instincts, and their strength. Seasons passed. After the rains came the drought. The riverbanks dried up, revealing sacred stone, a signal to all creatures. This was a time of peace. No battles, no hunting. On this rare day, the animals of the forest gathered at the pond to drink. The wolf matriarch warned Mao Mao to behave like a true wolf in front of the others. But Mao Mao, human at heart, couldn't let go of his instinct to use tools. One careless action, a floating piece of driftwood, caught everyone's eye. Tension filled the air. Suddenly, a golden bird soared overhead. The animals looked up in silence. It was a sign. The forest king had arrived. The tiger, fierce, proud, and full of hatred for humans. The moment his nose caught Mao Mao's scent, his eyes locked on him. The boy was marked. The wolves gathered close. Stay nearby, Ami. Don't go far. Remember, no matter where you are or what name they call you, you'll always be my son. The Black Panther prepared for a final journey, to take Mao Mao to the human village. They leapt across rivers and cliffs, Mao Mao dragging his feet, heart heavy with sorrow. He didn't want to leave his home or his family, but danger struck. The tiger sprang from the underbrush, blocking their path. The panther shielded Mao Mao, urging him to flee. Mao Mao ran. Behind him a fierce battle began. The tiger soon turned his rage toward Mao Mao. Just as he was about to pounce, a herd of stampeding buffaloes burst from the trees, slamming into the tiger and driving him back. Mao Mao dove into a muddy pit, blending in, holding his breath. The tiger paused, waiting, watching, but the thunderous herd kept coming. Mao Mao seized the moment, grabbed a buffalo's leg, and escaped through the crowd. Humiliated, the tiger plotted revenge. If he couldn't catch the boy, he'd destroy the wolves, kill their king, and use the pack to lure Mao Mao back. Far away, Mao Mao was unaware of the tragedy unfolding. Exhausted, he fell asleep on the back of a buffalo. When he awoke, the ground beneath him gave way. He tumbled down a slippery slope and plunged into the river below. Alone, crying, and unsure how long he'd been drifting, the forest watched in silence. In the heart of the jungle, she stood still, not panicked, not afraid. A massive serpent coiled tightly around a boy just ahead of her, yet she didn't flinch. The python's voice, it was soft, almost melodic. Its eyes shimmered with a mesmerizing glow. This wasn't just any snake. This was a hypnotic python, one that didn't strike with fangs, but with suggestion. And now the serpent itself had fallen into its own trance. To show his gratitude, Mao Mao, our furry little forest friend, climbed the steep cliff to fetch honey, golden, glistening, and dangerously guarded by bees. He used his cleverness, tying sugar sticks to a rope. He lowered them slowly to lure the bees away. But the plan didn't quite work. His strikes were too weak, and the bees swarmed him instantly. He dropped the stick and scrambled upward, kicking the hive loose with just enough force. With the honey finally secured, Mao Mao prepared to continue his journey. Knowing he was headed to the human village, Zhangsheng, the strong, kind-hearted black bear, offered to accompany him. At the village's edge, Mayomar succeeded. He had never lived outside the forest. Could he really adjust to a human life? With gentle encouragement from Zhangsheng, Mayomar decided to stay. In return, he gifted his friend even more honey. As the days passed, Mayomar's inventive mind thrived. He crafted tools, foraged with ease, and made life sweeter for both of them. That afternoon they swam joyfully in the river. Birds scattered as they played, startled by the noise. Mao Mao hid behind Zhongshan, worried a tiger might appear. But instead, out from the bush leapt a sleek black panther. Mao Mao's eyes lit up. "You're here," he shouted, embracing his old friend with joy. Back at the cave, he eagerly shared his creations and honey stash, but the panther scowled. This wasn't right. Tools, collecting, it broke the laws of the wild. Jungle creatures survive, not build. He shook his head. "Tomorrow we leave," he said firmly. That night, a strange noise awoke Mao Mao. He crept outside and found a baby elephant trapped in a deep pit. Without hesitation, he used his rope to save the little one. Unseen in the shadows, the Black Panther watched, and for the first time questioned himself. Maybe nature and invention didn't have to clash. Zhongsheng adored Mao Mao and begged him to stay. But once the panther shared how dangerous things could get for him, they realized staying might put Mao Mao in greater risk. The thought of harm stung Mao Mao deeply. Hurt, angry, he climbed up a tree wanting space to think. A monkey approached, but Mao Mao waved it off. He didn't want company. Then black hands reached out. The monkeys grabbed him, carried him through the trees, wild and fast. Zhongshan raced below, helpless as they vanished over cliffs and into the forest canopy. A massive hand stretches out from the shadows. A small boy, frozen in fear, stands motionless. Sitting before him is none other than the wise and cunning Monkey King. The Monkey King presents Mao Mao with a fruit, a gesture of alliance. He proposes a partnership to harness the human red flower, fire. With fire one could rule the forest and rise above the food chain. But Mao Mao, a child of the wild, has never learned how to wield fire. He simply shakes his head. "I'll return to the past. I'll find Akela." "Akela?" someone replies, confused. "Oh, you didn't hear. She can end them. She can end them all." As they journey through the wilderness, a torch slips and strikes the earth. Flames erupt, devouring trees, racing across the forest floor. Panic sweeps the animals. They dash for the riverbanks. From among the chaos, the tiger emerges, fierce and calculating. He tricks Mao Mao into tossing the torch. With the fire now lost, Mao Mao loses his only advantage. He stands no chance against the tiger. Suddenly his friend Zhongsheng steps forward to confront the beast, but the tiger is too powerful. Zhongsheng is swiftly struck down. Mao Mao tries to join the wolf pack in the fight, but a sleek black panther stops him. The panther urges him, "Fight like a human, use your mind, be the tool." For the first time Mao Mao wonders, maybe it isn't so bad to be like a human. He races into the blaze. The wolves are faltering under the tiger's might. The tiger charges after Mao Mao, who leads him deep into the burning woods. There, Mao Mao seizes a sharp stone and cuts a thick vine. He wraps it around a tree branch, creating a makeshift trap. He taunts the tiger, luring him to attack. The tiger leaps. Mao Mao evades. The beast plummets into the roaring fire below. Gripping the vine, Mao Mao swings to safety. Then, with the help of a mighty elephant, the flames are finally doused. The forest breathes again. Peace settles over the land. Without the shadow of the tiger, Mao Mao chooses to remain in the wilderness, living in harmony with his fellow creatures. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.